my beautiful loves. Thank you for watching Divine Love. I am Tisha. This week's topic is the difference between spirituality and religion. So when I thought of this topic a week ago, I thought it was absolutely the perfect topic. But as the days started to go by, I started to have anxiety about it. And my intuition and my gut feeling is telling me that I don't need to compare the two. Out of respect for Jews, Christians, other religions, I feel like me as a person should never compare how someone else worship the God that we all love. So this week I'm not going to compare the two. I'm not going to compare spirituality against religion. What I'm going to do is talk about spirituality, and then you can decide on whether it's a fit for you. So I have to go from the beginning. Me, as a little girl, I was raised up in a Baptist church. So my Baptist people, my Christians know that there are certain belief systems in a Baptist church. They feel that you have to be baptized, or it's required to get baptized, or it's highly recommended to be baptized for you to go to heaven. Also growing up, we really believed in the Bible and things that were in the Bible, and we based our lives off of what was in the Bible. In the Bible, there's a lot of controversial, inconsistencies. Like certain people are going to hell. If you don't do this, you're going to hell. Just a lot of things that now in modern day people are questioning the Bible stories. So I just wanted to give you that basic information about myself, because I started off being raised in a Baptist church, and then I went to non-denominational. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to a non-denominational church. It's not going to force me to do anything. And for many, many years, I've been going to a non-denominational church until I was introduced to spirituality, not by anyone, but by Archangels and guidance and messages that I started to receive. So let's get into the topic. And this week's topic is, what is spirituality? So spirituality is the being. It's not believing, it's actually being. It's being one with your soul. Is receiving information about your soul. It's about being connected to your inner self and connecting to your inner path. Let me think about this. It also, spirituality really teaches you about your mind, body, and soul. Spirituality teaches you to take control of your health and well-being. Spirituality it really teaches you about oneness. It teaches you that God favors no one. It teaches you that all of us is one being on this planet. It teaches you that you're not better than anyone, no matter what religious beliefs that you have. It just really teaches you that we are all one. We're one with earth, we're one with the trees, we're one with the animals. We are just one loving being that is contributing to Mother Earth, the nature, Gaia. Spirituality also teaches you about love. It's really forces you to understand the concept of love. We are all love. We are created by love, and we all receive divine love every day of our lives. Therefore, it teaches you to love people with compassion. That titles, financial status, how people were born, what they do, how good or bad you may think someone is, it really teaches you to love people. And it teaches you that God is love. And if God is love, we are all love, because we all are a part of God. It also teaches you about the universe. It teaches you about the stars. It teaches you about the moon. It teaches you a lot of information about what is out there in the galaxy. It also teaches you, spirituality teaches you that we are not alone. Although this is really a controversial thing that people are scared to talk about, it teaches you that it is other beings on different planets, and we humans are not the highest intelligent beings in the universe. Yeah, it teaches you that. So and I know that's a hard concept to understand, but what if we were not alone in the universe? Would that frighten you? When I first realized that, oh my God, I am not alone, it really did kind of open my eye a little bit to thinking of the possibilities of the information that us as humans may not really know. It also teaches you to question everything. We have to realize that information is filtered to us as humans. What we watch on television, what we listen to on the radio, this is filtered information. Even when we see on our social media, Instagram, filters are information that we receive. So spirituality forces you to question everything that you see, all the information that you're receiving. It forces you to ask questions about it. And when you ask questions and build curiosity, you receive information that I don't want to say normal people, but other people may not receive, because a lot of people are just living their everyday lives. They're not questioning anything. They just, live their lives. It's other people like me that wants to know, why are we here on earth? What are our life purpose? Who is God? What is in the universe? Are we the only people or humans in the galaxy? So I have a lot of in-depth questions, so I go against the grain. And a lot of times people don't like the questioning part. A lot of times they just like to go with the flow. Another thing with spirituality, being spiritual is really teaches you how to meditate and close off your thoughts. Like before, I told you a lot of information is filtered to us. Spirituality forces you to not think what other people are thinking, to not really at times think at all. Cut off your thoughts, train your thoughts, analyze your thoughts. So meditation would be like going to church to a spiritual person. Like, I meditate daily. I go within, I shut off my thoughts, and I receive higher conscious and information from God, from my higher self, from my angels, from my galactic family, from my spirit guides. Now, I know a lot of religious people, they may not understand that information that I'm giving right now. And it's not to be judgmental, because we all have our spiritual or our religious paths. But I think at some time through everyone's journey throughout life, you're going to realize that, just not, thinking what everyone else is thinking can really help you, or not thinking at all, resting your mind, I think that's a better thing to say. Resting your mind can really help you long term. Another thing about spirituality is it doesn't just teach you believing, it teaches you being. When you are spiritual, you believe that the health of your mind, the health of your body and soul all matters. So a lot of people that are spiritual are vegan or vegetarian. We do not believe in killing animals. We believe that we are one with animals and they deserve to live just as we do. So there are a lot of spiritual people that are vegan or vegetarian. When I slowly became a vegetarian and is transitioning into a vegan, I am in the best health I have ever been in my life. Spirituality teaches you that we are being poisoned by the government, that the systems that they have in place is a business, that they make us sick, they force us to pay our money to get better, and the money that we're investing to get better is not actually making us better, it's just keeping us sick. So a lot of spiritual beings are, having a plant-based diet where we eat a lot of vegetables and fruits to really work on the wellness of our bodies. And that's not to be judgmental. I became more a vegetarian, transitioning into vegan, and my family still eats meat. And I don't force them to believe in what I believe in. I think everyone has the right to their own path in their lives. But this is something that I chose on my journey to be. My life journey is going to be veganism. Like, I am going to be a full vegan. Another thing, spirituality really forces you to do research on ancient history. What is the information that the government is not telling us? What is the hidden information around the world that people see in these beautiful caves, in these beautiful sacred places? It forces you to try to figure out information about ancient history. Who wrote the Bible? Why was the Bible written? A lot of religious people or Christians, they believe in the Bible, but not a lot of them know who King James is. And King James he made billions and billions. He's the author of the Bible, but no one knows who he is. So in spirituality, it forces you to ask those types of questions. Who is King James? Why am I trying to understand his concept of the Bible? Was the Bible altered? Is it all factual? Was the Bible altered to control masses, to create different religions, to disconnect us from our spirit, our true connection with God? Was the Bible created to put different people in place to become leaders, to lead packs and masses of people? Spirituality teaches you to take your ownership of your life back. It teaches you that you don't need to go to a pastor or priest for prayer. It teaches you that you have a direct connection with God, and God is listening to you no matter if you're sinning or whatever those other belief systems are. It really teaches you to open up your eyes and ask the tough questions that people are afraid to. And a lot of people are afraid to because they are afraid of being judged. If I'm not if I'm not a Christian and I was born this way, am I going to offend everybody by not having the same beliefs as them? So spirituality really teaches you that no matter what anyone else is saying, you have to be your authentic self. You have to follow your heart, and you have to connect personally with God. And it teaches you don't have to be at a church every Sunday listening to what someone else's opinion is about the Bible. It teaches you that you have the tools, techniques, skills to go within daily, to have a full, complete relationship with yourself. And having a relationship with yourself connects you to God. So that's what spirituality is. It goes against the grain. But when you find it and you find yourself and you talk to God every day and you build a relationship with God, and you know that you are a powerful source, and you know you don't need to outsource your power to anyone else, that no one needs to pray for you, that you can manifest the life that you desire, that you are living in abundance right now today, you become so much more happier because you're not weighed down by belief systems. That's next on my list. It teaches you to go against fear-based beliefs. Like, if I don't do this, I'm going to hell. If I don't worship this way, I'm going to hell. It teaches you that God is pure love. That anyone that is teaching something out of a fear-based belief, such as gay people are going to hell, transgender people are going to hell, women that go to church shouldn't wear pants, it teaches you those fear-based beliefs are not what God is. God is love, and anytime it's anything against love, it's not of God. It teaches you that we are all created from love. So who am I to tell anyone that they're going to hell, or they're not loved, or they're sinning because of how they live their life? In spirituality, you don't judge anyone by how they live their lives or how they worship God. The understanding is that everyone is on their own life path, and everyone learns in different ways, and people awaken and people are still asleep. And fortunately, we all have a divine purpose to one day become awakened. Also, spirituality teaches you about healing. There's a lot of people that suffer from family trauma, sexual abuse, mental abuse, drug addiction, just all types of things us as humans we just go through in life. Spirituality teaches you to heal yourself, to face those fears, to face those emotions, those thoughts head on, to not sweep them under a rug, that we all have a conscious and a subconscious, that a lot of times that we don't know what is hurting us, that we can only reflect our hurt through bad behavior. It teaches you to confront yourself, confront your hurt, and heal your mind, body, and soul. So it takes you on a healing journey. Spirituality also teaches you about energy, about that we're all a spirit energy source, and it teaches you that money flows in energy. Law of attraction flows through energy. Everything has energy connected to it. So it changed the beliefs of going to church, paying tithes and offerings to a pastor. It teaches you that in order to love yourself, you also love the world, and it creates an energy flow of money. So if I receive money, it's my responsibility to give money, and that energy comes back to me, and I receive more than I put out because I'm putting out. So I don't want to say that things, everything in the Bible is not factual. I don't have that power or right to say things like that. Do I think the stories in the Bible are a little exaggerated or altered? Yes, I truly do. But there are a lot of things in the Bible that are true to a certain extent, like tithes and offerings, giving back to your community, sowing seeds, giving to others. With spirituality, it just teaches you a different way. It teaches you that instead of giving to a pastor to run a church, it teaches you to give to people in your community. Give your time, volunteer, love others. In that way, you receive the energy that you're putting out, you receive it back. It also teaches you about law of attraction, manifestation, oh, my lips are a little juicy. Oh goodness. A lot of talking. I'm very, you have to excuse me because I'm very passionate about this topic. And I was also very nervous about speaking about this topic because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are judging it, but there's also going to be a lot of people that are going to understand and connect with it, because at this moment they are going through an awakening process and they truly understand and connect with everything that I'm saying. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to offend anyone. And again, this is not something, I'm not forcing everyone to become spiritual. This is not even a recommendation to be spiritual. This is just my journey in my life, what's making me happy, how I'm attracting a life of abundance, how my marriage is in the best place that it has ever been in my life, how my skin is glowing and I'm healthy and I'm happy and I'm not inviting negative people into my life, how I'm just protecting myself and protecting my life and my happiness. And these, I don't want to say these, and this spirituality is actually what helped me transform my life and made me a better me, because I started to take responsibility for myself, for my own actions. I stopped victimizing myself. I stopped believing that things were done to me and that I was a reflection of everything that was happening in my life. So yes, spirituality holds you accountable for everything that's going on in your life. Law of attraction. If you are in a relationship with a terrible person, you are the terrible person. If you are in a relationship or attracting men or women that are cheaters, then it's something in you that is attracting a cheater. It's the insecurity, it's not healing yourself, it's something within you that is attracting your life. So spirituality holds you accountable for everything that is in your life. And it also teaches you that that everything is kind of a veil, that television isn't real. Television isn't real. It also teaches you that there are controllers. There are people that want the world to be ran in a certain way, and that they do not want a lot of people to be awakened or become spiritual. It's kind of not easy to say, because being spiritual or going through an awakening process is very scary. When this journey started for me, I was frightened. Can you understand living your whole life believing in things and then realizing that it's not true? Or having total different beliefs than your friends and family. It isolates you. It makes you feel alone at times. And sometimes, honestly, I'm afraid to say things that really happened to me or what I have been experiencing, because there are so many people that believe in different things. It's not easy. Spirituality is, hard at times. Like I said, it forces you to deal with your insecurities in yourself. When people talk about self-love, they don't know the half of self-love until you really have to ask yourself, what would someone who loves themselves do when you are in terrible situations or you have to make a difficult decision? So, you guys, spirituality has definitely taken my life on a journey. My journey is not over. Actually, my journey is just beginning. Spirituality has taught me about our superpowers as humans, about our intuition, about opening up our third eye, about, the magic in the world that people are afraid to talk about. That we are all powerful, very, very, very powerful beings, and what we say to ourselves, what we speak into existence, what we say out loud, what we write down, what we think, what we watch, what we eat, is all a part of us. The people that we don't even like is a part of us. Remember, we are all one. So I really hope you guys receive some information from this video. There are way more people that are more curious about spirituality. If you are those people that may be offended by something I said, sorry but not sorry. I really hope that everyone received love from this video, because this video is coming from a place of love and from my heart. So thanks again for watching Divine Love. Please repeat after me. I am loved. I am kind. I am compassionate. I am patient. I am grateful. I am divine. I am successful. I am worthy. I am brilliant. I am authentic. And I am beyond beautiful. I am sending everyone love, peace, and positive vibes. And while all this crazy stuff is going on in the world, please take the time to spread love and positivity to our neighbors, our friends, our family, online, to your co-workers. We need to spread love. If you also have not signed up for my Explore the Power of Positivity meditation class, September 16th, you can use the code SELFLOVE to receive 20% off. So I don't want to miss you guys. That's my gift from me to you for watching this video. And again, the code is SELFLOVE to get your 20% off. So I see you guys soon. Happy Sunday. I love you. I see you guys next week.